Hi, this is Jennifer Gillihan with The Big Reveal, and I am here with Lucia from Come Join Us, LLC, and she's a wedding planner. And we're going to talk to you today about some of the questions that you should ask at a bridal show about a wedding planner and how that can help you with your wedding. So tell us when a bride comes into a bridal show and she first meets a planner, tell me, what are the things that you think would benefit her most to ask?
First thing that we have found out, we found is that if brides ask how many weddings a planner does within a month, that's huge. We don't do more than 2 a month, only because we want you to have that, that attention.
Yeah.
If a planner does, and there's nothing wrong with planners doing them every weekend. We don't, because we want our brides to have our attention and our focus. So we have found that that's probably one of the first questions to ask. Second is, how many people are on the team? What happens if that you don't show up? Yeah. Is there someone else? As the lead planner for my company, I have 3 other girls that at any point and any time come, my unfortunate death, they are able to step in at the last minute without skipping a beat. So that's kind of always an important question for brides to ask is, okay, what happens if you get injured or you can't make it? Will someone else be there in the event of your absence?
Do you have my date available? That's since you only do a certain number of weddings.
Right.
So you obviously, that's probably the first question.
Right.
So, yeah. Okay. So when selecting a planner, let's say you've gone to a bridal show and you found a few that have your date available, kind of what is it that helps a bride narrow it down and select the individual planner that she wants to work with?
It comes down to personality. If you do not feel comfortable with that planner, and as a planner, if I don't get I'm usually really good about reading people. If I don't get a good vibe off that bride, it's not going to work. And same can be said on the bride's portion. If you don't feel comfortable with this person, it will not work. You are going to spend a ton of time and divulge, personal details that if you're not comfortable with the person, you're not going to feel good. That planner's not going to be able to do their job to, their highest ability, and everyone's going to be unhappy at the end of the day. We have turned down clients because we just felt that the vibe wasn't there or that it wasn't going to be a good connection. And we do it not only from our standpoint, but for the bride standpoint as well. If there's not a good comfort level, it's not going to work. Yeah. So, that's our biggest thing is if you've got a connection, follow your gut, follow your instincts. Don't let, price or that kind of stuff determine who you hire. Follow your gut, follow your feelings.
Yeah, that's great advice. Okay, so because there is a lot of personal, really personal stuff that goes on behind the scenes with your planner, both from the standpoint of helping you get dressed to sharing financial situations,
right,
as far as what you're doing with your parents and what you have to invest and all that kind of stuff. So that's good. So tell me a little bit about Come Join Us.
We started 10 years ago just doing birthdays and parties and that sort of thing. Weddings were something that I would have loved to have done, but it was just it was a little daunting. And then 7 years ago, a friend begged, borrowed, and pleaded, and I did her wedding and fell in love, and we've been doing them ever since. It's something that we truly enjoy sharing, the big day with couples. It's truly an honor and a blessing for us to be able to help those brides. We feel that, no matter the financial circumstances, every bride should have somebody on their side representing them and having their back. I can't tell you how many times in an email we have written to brides, to clients saying, we have your back. Don't worry. We have your back. We have your back. That's just something that we always say because we do have their back. We can be bad cop. We can be good cop. We're there for we're there for them. We are their voice. We are their eyes and ears behind the scenes. So it's important that, that they know that. So, yeah.
Okay. Well, so tell me a little bit about when you work with people. Do you just do full coordination? Do you do day of? Do you have different levels of services?
We do have three. We have 3 different levels. We do a full planning, a partial planning, and a day of. Day of coordination, it's one of our pet peeves because it's not necessarily day of. We actually call it month out management, which includes that day of. That day of coordination just seems so misleading. And even month of coordination kind of misleads brides. When we used to present it that way, brides would go, what do you mean? You come in 1 month before? I'm like, oh, no. We come in way before, but just, that's kind of where our focus is. So we do offer those 3 different levels of planning. If there's something that within those packages, if some bride does not fit into one of those 3, they can turn all our pieces into an a la carte, so they can pick and choose and build their own package based on their specific needs and budget, because no 2 brides are alike. Everyone needs different things. So for us to be able to offer that is huge, and I think that kind of makes us stand out from others. And again, we really focus on not just the bride, but also mothers of the brides, mothers of the grooms, aunts, uncles, anybody who's helping. It's really important to us that they get to enjoy the day just as much as the bride does. Yeah. So our attention kind of shifts that week of, that day of, to mothers and grandmothers. So it's an interesting kind of caveat that we do.
Great. Okay. Well, thanks for letting us be here today.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, and we hope this information has been helpful to you. We look forward to seeing you at our show on September 18th.